Finally, we're done with the casino levels. Thank goodness. Oh, rail can't. I got an E on this? That's terrible.
I'm counting on you guys.
Affirmative.
No idea how the controls worked in Black Knight. Secret Rings was pretty nice with motion controls. After playing Skyward Sword, motion controls for Secret Rings were a piece of cake. Well, Skyward Sword I haven't played. That's the other Zelda game, right? That's the one like after Twilight Princess. The only Zelda game I really played was Twilight Princess, and I have nostalgia for it, but I'm also not a big Zelda person. But Twilight Princess was fun back in the day. These rhinos probably count as enemies, right? I would think so. At the very least, Rose will have easiest casino missions. Yeah, it's true. Casino missions with Dark are just a nightmare. Because you have to, like, look for the enemies, and even if you know where the enemies are,
just watch this.
Even if you know where the enemies are, getting to them is like a coin flip sometimes. Which is why I'm so glad we're done with them.
This is quite an engineering feat.
Amazing.
The good thing is, I feel like it honestly feels like the Dark levels, the fact that, again, it's because it's always 100 enemies, they just get easier. Because ideally, Dark just adds more enemies in later levels, because that's their gimmick. And because they don't increase the amount you need, it makes the later ones just faster overall. Again, Casino Park and Bingo Highway were exceptions because you have to rely on the pinball, and the pinball is a coin flip sometimes. I say sometimes, it pretty much always is a coin flip. Because you don't really have as much control with that. Rose in general is going to go so fast. It's going to be insane. Team Rose is going to be like night and day.
Disappeared.
No worries.
Yeah, no worries.
Just watch this.
I'm sure these rhinos count. Oh yeah, the rhinos are killing themselves. The rhinos are like here, but you don't need to kill them. They just die on their own. That's interesting. That's a weight off my shoulders, I guess. Way ahead of you. It's not like I played this level so many times.
I'll take it from here.
Bye.
I'll take it from here.
Team Blast.
Level up.
Skyward Sword makes the art style of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Oh, Wind Waker's the one with the dragon boat, right? Never played that one, but I know of it. It has like the dragon boat. That's like the only thing I know about it. And it has like the unique art style. Specifically, like Toon Link is in the game. Like Toon Link from Smash, like it's that Link model, basically. I say Toon Link because I'm a Smash player.
I'll take it from here.
So I know all about Wind Waker despite never playing it.
I'll take it from here.
I'm not a big Zelda person. I understand the following it gets, and people that like it, good for them. It's just never really been my cup of tea.
It doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
No problem. Let's get moving. Just watch this.
Still have a good bit of Rail Canyon to go. We're like not even. We're probably coming up to the halfway point. Rouge. So now we know that restarting the level like respawns the enemies, so I am not worried at all anymore. To be honest, I actually thought that they wouldn't respawn the enemies, but they do. Which is interesting, but I still rather get them in one go. Oh yeah, finally, Tears of the Kingdom's like finally coming in May. That's insane. That game was like announced a pretty long time ago, and it's finally coming.
I'll take it from here. I'll take it from here.
These rhinos are gonna die on their own.
Don't worry about them. Just keep moving.
currently, there are no new games I'm waiting for other than FF16 and the Forbidden West DLC. That's literally it. And whenever they decide to release those Suikoden remasters, which they've been very silent on. Bye. That's fine, because we're definitely, when we're done with Heroes, we're going to start Mega Man Zero 2, which will be done with Heroes on Friday. Whether I basically finish the game or I completely finish the game.
This is a bit too much.
And then I'm still playing. I'm playing Trails in the Sky in FF9. But also FF9, I'm probably like a good halfway through, if not almost halfway through.
I'll take it from here.
I should have FF9 done by the time Forbidden West's DLC comes out. Definitely, because that's like mid-April.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate.
Here they come.
Omega, attack them.
Oh, there's enemies here. Hang on.
I'll take it from here.
And there's nothing for me in May, and then we just have June for FF16.
I'll take it from here.
And also, the Pixel remasters are in spring, but there's no date for that. And those can easily get silently delayed like the Suikoden games did. I'm at 50 enemies. Am I gonna make it? I feel like I'm not. There's one here.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from
I am
here.
missing so many
One
enemies.
there.
This is the ultimate power.
I'll take it from
There we
here.
go. Those rhinos are there.
Here.
Rhinos just killed themselves though.
I'll take it from here.
But yeah, with this light release of games, my focus is honestly just to finish the Mega Man Zero games soon. And just get all of them done. 0, 2, and 3 will be done basically back to back, if not immediately back to back. It depends on what I'm doing.
Good.
Where on? I miss so many enemies, dude. But I'm honestly fine with rerunning the level,
Only 30 more to go.
because we know that they respawn now. Never mind, Real Canyon had so many less enemies than I expected.
Move the control stick left or right, and press the A button to jump from rail to rail.
Also, with this late release of games, I should definitely be able to play Sky 2 immediately after Sky 1.
Just watch.
Which I basically confirmed I really wanted to do, and I don't see why I can't do that at this point. Bum, ba, bum.
This is quite an engineering.
As you can see, I really don't care about the time or anything. I'm just like, I don't care if we rerun the level. I just want to clear these missions, and A ranks are like, you know, not gonna happen.
Chaos control. Come on.
Bum, bum.
Annihilation. Fire. Annihilation.
Bye.
I'll take it from here.
Eradicate.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate.
Here.
I'll take it from here. Natural.
Got my line of games planned: Bay Origins, Engage, Magic Run, Advance Wars, Tears of the Kingdom, good for the next 4 months. Nice. Still thinking about if I want to pick up Engage. Still considering. I'm like mildly considering, but I'm also like a little on the fence about it.
I'll take it from here.
Hello. Time to die.
Annihilate. Then more to defeat to complete mission.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Engage. Like, it looks interesting. I'm not sure if it would be for me. Maybe I would enjoy it. It does seem to have a lot of like fan service for people who played all the Fire Emblem games, which I've only played. I played Path of Radiance a long time ago, and I played Shadows of Valentia, and obviously Three Houses. And I played a demo for Awakening, not the full game. It looks fun. So maybe one day I'll pick it
No
up.
problem. Let's get moving.
Saw a rumor that Atlas is planning to release SMT4 and Apocalypse on Switch, Xbox as well. Should be hearing something, please.
Perfect as always.
I would absolutely love it if they did that. That would give me a good time slot to play it if they did that. It would be a decent marketing strategy because like they have Nocturne on the Switch and they have 5 on the Switch. Like I'm just saying, having 4 and Apocalypse on the Switch would be really good. Wait, did I miss? Okay, good. It was I saw a question mark and I got confused.
I'm counting on you guys.
I'm gonna play those games eventually, at least 4. I can't say I'm playing Apocalypse until I play 4. But I'm gonna play SMT4 at some point if they re-release it or not.
It's starting to look like a base.
Here we go.
Prepare to infiltrate. Eggman's robot must be eliminated.
Raptor, you're in chat, so I'm gonna ask you something. What are your... Have you played Devil Survivor 2? If so, what are your thoughts on it compared to the first Devil Survivor? Because I didn't even know there was a Devil Survivor 2, and I saw people talking about Devil Survivor 2. I didn't even know there was a second one. But I enjoyed Devil Survivor 1 a good bit. It is my favorite SMT game, so I'm really curious what your thoughts on it are, if it's worth it or not. Because I might add that to my SMT list. Because I have no idea where I'm going to go after SMT4. Other than Apocalypse, assuming I like it. But Devil Survivor 2 would be an interesting one if it's like any good. If I should like play it or steer clear of it, depending. If not, maybe I'll even play Overclocked again. Like do another route.
This must be the drive. That giant cannon.
It
Omega?
looks fun.
Where's
Let's
Omega?
get in.
Nice.
Level up. I'll take it from here.
Bye.
I'll take it from here.
Plus, I know there were people who got the wrong idea when I was like finishing Overclocked. I was more negative with the game, but like I still really enjoyed Overclocked. I didn't really like the Belberith map, but like, you know, still really enjoyed the game, all things considered. And for the most part, I felt like the difficulty was good. Like, not too annoying and not too frustrating, other than the Belberith map. Like, the premise was really interesting. I thought the story was really well presented. I thought the characters were pretty neat. I'm really interested to go back to some other routes and get more of them.
I'll take it from here.
There's an enemy that falls like under, isn't there? Yeah, there's an enemy down there that just spawned.
I'll take it from here.
So I really did like Overclocked by the end of it. It might have seemed like I was negative towards the end, but that's just because the second to last map was really annoying and I hated it. But overall, the game was a ton of fun, and I would definitely replay it somewhere down the line to do another route. Maybe like Naoya's route is the next one I would want to try.
Why don't we try it there? Yeah!
Oh right, the eShop is closing, and SMT4 are like 3DS games, right? So that would be good if they released them on Switch, because they're gonna become like near impossible to play. By the way, I'm sorry to people who are watching this that don't care about SMT, but like, you know, I played these levels so many times, it's really hard to like think of stuff to say at this point. Like, I've said basically all my pieces on these levels. Also, Sonic games make it really easy to just speedrun and talk about random stuff. Just have a blast. And also these levels, by now, like, we all know what's up.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'm gonna wanna go this way.
Yeah. Hoorah.
Although with Team Chaotix, I'm gonna have to focus a lot more. Because we're looking for we're not looking for enemies, we're looking for, like, you know, actual collectibles for the most part. Oh wait, there are enemies if I go the speed route, right? I think there are.
Take it from here.
Okay, there weren't. I thought there would be. Weird.
Chaos control.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here.
Come on. I'll take it from here.
Yeah, in accordance to SMT games, SMT4 is next on the docket. And we did Persona 3, so SMT4, there's not much Persona I want to do. The only Persona thing I want to do, which won't happen, maybe not even this year, is Persona 5 again. But I'm going to do an SMT game before I do that. Because we just did Persona 3. So SMT4 is definitely next. And obviously, assuming I like it, we'll play Apocalypse. I'll see what's up with that. And then after that, I don't know where I'm going, other than new SMT games. Part of me is like, I could replay 5 or Nocturne again, but I want to be honest with you, if I'm replaying an SMT game, I'd rather replay Overclocked.
I'll take it from here. Hoorah.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from
And maybe
here.
Devil Survivor 2, depending on
I'll take it from here.
what Raptor tells me about it.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from
By the way, I did say, like, oh no, like, Nocturne or 5. I'm not saying replays of those games are impossible. They're definitely possible, but, like,
I'll take it from here.
after playing Overclocked, my first instinct to replaying an SMT game is Overclocked, to be honest.
I'll take it from here.
But I wouldn't be against the idea of replaying Nocturne or 5.
Just watch this.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here.
Don't fall.
Oh, I fell, but I flew. It's fine. We're good.
I'll take it from here. 50 left.
Annihilate.
Left? Or 48 left?
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
This is the ultimate power.
I got a long message about, I'm assuming, DS2.
I'll take it from
I
here.
will read it when I'm in this canon section.
Chaos control.
Oh, you didn't die? How'd you live? I guess the Team Blast has a range. A mix on 2 overall. Something 2 does better than 1's the gameplay, new aspect to demon skills, and new demons. Interesting. Bosses are quite fun, harder though overall. Classic SMT. More varied mission objectives, which is something... More varied mission objectives, which is something I like. Breaks the monotony of just murder everything. Okay, interesting. A lot of people like it for the characters since they added more. I find I like the smaller cast more of Overclocked. More isn't always better. Good way to put it. Story though takes a nosedive off a cliff. Some interesting parts to it. Overall, doesn't compare in the slightest to
Can sure can.
Overclocked.
Yeah, but a bit scary.
So what I'm getting at, what I'm getting at from your message is the gameplay is undeniably better. Harder, depending on what your opinions are of difficulty, but it sounds like a step up in like gameplay. Which I thought the gameplay in Overclocked was like good to good. I liked most of. I didn't really like missions that were like, hey, go. Some of the NPC protect missions were annoying, but
We can go up. We can use that
there were some maps I didn't like. But overall, I didn't really feel the gameplay of Overclocked was like scale or anything.
Okay.
But I mean, having more variety is neat. So if it has more going for it, it's the second game, then like that's good. I'm open to that idea. Like that sounds good. A step in the right direction.
Let's get moving.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
And I definitely see what you're saying about bigger casts. People that do bigger casts in their games are running a risk of not having much going for them. So it sounds like the story and the characters are a bit more of a miss, like the story especially. And I really did like the premise and the story of Overclock, just the way everything went, the way the Tokyo lockdown was and everything, and like the king of the bells and everything. Like I thought the lore and story of Overclock were really good. That's interesting though. I didn't even know there was a second one for so long. I actually found out like today. I just saw, I might have seen people mention it, but I like learned more about it. Like, oh, there's a Devil Survivor 2. I didn't know about that. Like I just haven't heard anyone talk about it either, so I wasn't sure what the consensus of it was. To make improvements to Overclock's gameplay is a better way to put it, since Overclock doesn't have bad gameplay, but the improvements are appreciated. Yeah, I haven't played it, but I understand what you're saying. Like, Overclock had good gameplay. Other than, like, a few bad maps, but the bad maps weren't really the gameplay's fault. That was just the maps. Like, the Belberith map. Let's go back to the Belberith map for a bit. The gameplay wasn't necessarily bad in that map. I just think Belberith was stupidly OP. So, yeah, I could see what you're saying then.
All right. I'll take it from here.
By the way, there were so many enemies in that little section. There was no way I was getting them all.
Hurrah.
Are there really no enemies here? Interesting. I don't understand the point of this section. I really don't. If it's like laser beams and there's nothing there and there's no switch to turn them off.
I'll take it from here.
Come on.
I'll take it from
Alright, well,
here.
I might add Devil Survivor 2 to my backlog if I need another SMT game to play. It wouldn't be before 4, but I'll probably consider. That's good. That's a good start.
I'll take it from here.
Considering if I want to try it.
I'll take it from here.
It's an idea.
Natural. That must be the base's control tower.
We're finally here.
Here we come, Eggman.
Good. Good. Just what? Chaos control.
If you like character-driven stuff, you might like it.
Just watch this.
I think the characters did work well. No, I mean, I can't really have the opinion of you.
It's starting to look like
Like,
a
I
base.
can't really share your opinion of Overclocked. I still like the game from my first run, but there's still so much about the game that I don't know, and that's because I feel like Overclocked is a game that you really have to play at least 2 or 3 times to really get a better gist of like the characters and everything. But the first time I played, put it like this, I enjoyed it enough where I'm like, I want to know more about the game.
Take the lead. Use that.
I mean, like, I did Jin's route, so I know everything about, like, Jin and Haru. But I don't really know all that much about, like, Nalia and everything. And, Kaido. Like, there's so much more I can learn about them, I imagine, in other routes. So... But the game was good enough the first time where I'm like, I want to know what's up with that.
Come on.
And I feel like one day I will have played all the routes. They won't all be on the channel because there's 6 routes, but...
I'll take it from here.
One day I will play all those routes and get the general gist of everything.
Try for that giant cannon.
It looks fun. Let's get in.
So I've definitely done, or not done. I definitely have respect. Like I think the characters were good.
Piece of cake.
Like they were definitely amazing. Like putting aside for SMT standards, I think they were good enough. But you know, I will only love them more, I imagine, if I did other routes. yeah, you've done like 2 dozen playthroughs. That's another good point. Replays add a lot too. I definitely see Overclocked as like a game that's like, you know, you get a good enough story with one route. Like it's not like skilled, like it's not like empty and hollow with one playthrough, but like you get so much more and you end up, well, I mean, I would assume you end up loving the game more story and character wise. Assuming you liked it the first time, you would love it so much more if you replayed it. I feel like that'll be my opinion. Obviously, the gameplay I'll feel the same about because like it's the gameplay. But I imagine the other stuff I'll just love so much more. Maybe not so much, but I'll love more each playthrough.
I'll take it from here. There's supposed to be frogs in this jungle that can summon rain.
Especially with the way, like, you know, the points work, like the time events, like the limited time events where you like have to like talk to people and you only get a certain amount of time to do it. Those especially. It's more akin to like Cold Steel's bonding points, which is similar.
I'll take it from here.
Bum, bum. Nice.
Did you guys hear a crow?
Bum, bum. By the way, I'm an hour and 40 minutes in and we're in Frog Forest. Definitely gonna get to 2 hours of Team Dark. Probably a little more than 2 hours. I feel like we'll definitely get to start Team Rose. Maybe even finish them. I might just finish Team Rose if we could. I'd rather just do it in one stream and then next stream we'll just have Chaotix to do. There's nothing down here. More SMT sounds good to me. Yeah, definitely more SM. Like, we're gonna play 4. Maybe I'll do 4 this year if I can find time to do it. Definitely, 4 is definitely next in the docket. And ideally, assuming I like 4, or think it's good enough. Like, the only way I don't play Apocalypse is if I think 4 absolutely sucks. Which, I like Nocturne and 5, and apparently 4 has, like, more going for its story. I hear it's more story and character driven, so I don't imagine hating 4. Can't tell if this turtle disappeared or not. He did. His shot was just in the air there. Alright. Yeah, I don't imagine hating 4. That's the only consensus, or that's the only reason I don't play Apocalypse. But I don't imagine hating 4. So ideally, I'd want to play Apocalypse after I played 4.
Doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
No problem. Let's get moving. I'll take it from here.
Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
Yeah, if Atlas does really release it, that would be the time to play it. Honestly, you told me about that rumor. I kind of want to, like... I'd rather wait till they re-release it, to be honest. Obviously, if I didn't know about that rumor, I would have played it whenever I felt like it, but... Ideally, playing a re-release would be ideal. Because then if I play it and they're like, hey, we're re-releasing 4, I'll be like, oh, I already played it.
Detecting a frog in the vicinity.
Which, I mean, depending on the game and like when I played it, I wouldn't be against playing a re-release that like just came out. It would depend what the game was. Like, if they miraculously gave Overclock a Switch port, that would be so cool, by the way. If they did that, that would be a good enough excuse to do another route. But like you said, I think they'll do SMT4 before that, because it's a mainline one. I can see them doing SMT5 first, to be honest. But you never know with Atlas, I guess.
Annihilate.
Come on.
I'll take it from here.
I need to be looking around for more enemies. I'm too busy talking. But like I said, I'm like, these levels are so like the same as they've always been, so I'm kind of like, I like the discussion.
I'll take it
Back here. Nice one up.
I'll take it from here.
I mean, also at the same time, the gold ring is just like, hey, you could still get the enemies, so like, I kind of don't care
I'll take
in
it.
some department.
What an amazing flower.
This flower is engineered like a
Just want more save files. 3DS is 2 save files. That's fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
It's all over if you fall.
Nice thing about Overclock is that you can have a completely different run through the game than the one before by seeing different events and not saving. Yeah, exactly. Just like you can make each playthrough different enough,
Useless heaps of
which is neat.
I'll eliminate them all.
I'll take it from here.
this is the
Annihilate,
ultimate
annihilate
power.
charge.
I'll take Hurrah.
I'll take it from here.
Hey, buddy. Make it rain. There we go.
I'll take it from here.
Danger. Deep grade ahead.
Boom. Nothing down there. Only 24 enemies. That's pretty terrible.
Annihilate charge. Fire. Annihilation.
Also, it could be because I'm not looking around all that well. I easily could have missed some. Well, 28 is really small.
Come on.
If there's an enemy I didn't fight,
Annihilate.
Hurrah.
it's this turtle.
Vegetation detected up ahead.
Should we make it fly again?
Be my guest.
Alright.
I'll take it from here. Hurrah.
Flying vegetation detected up ahead.
Should we make it fly again?
Oh, you guys, you already said that.
Good.
I want to go down here. I'd be surprised if there were no enemies here.
Danger. Deep grade ahead.
No, aim on the, yeah. As I expected, there were enemies here. Oh, goodbye.
Annihilate.
Man, I have so little enemies.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it. Take this.
Either Frog Forest does not have any enemies, or I'm just like really bad at seeing them.
From here.
I feel like the former. Sure, I can be missing like an enemy or two, but there's no way I missed like 10 enemies. I refuse to believe that.
Here.
Frog Forest might just be on the light side with enemies. Oddly enough.
I'll take it from here.
You know, we had to rerun Rail Canyon, but even then, and Bullet Station, but even then, we had like 80 enemies by the time we got to the end. We're almost done with Frog Forest, and we only have 20. We're not even at a third yet. Digital Devil Saga or the Rhino games is what I would recommend next. Strange Journey as well. Oh, I've heard of Strange Journey.
Danger. Deep
I never
grade
played
ahead.
Entry in Odyssey. I've heard of it though.
Let's go.
Annihilate.
From here.
I'll take it from here. Take this.
Hold on, probably maybe there are some enemies that like appear out of thin air and you have to like walk to make them proc or whatever.
Useless heaps of metal.
I'll eliminate them all. Annihilate charge. Annihilate charge. Annihilate charge. Annihilate charge. Fire.
That gold robot must be the pack leader. Get him.
Full pack leader, huh? Should just like do this. Oh, and that kills the yeah, that kills the normal one. And we're at 25 now. It's something. We're at a third. Or a fourth, not a third. A third would be like 33.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate. Annihilate charge.
What consoles are the Digital Devil Saga and Rhino games for? Personally, just in case I do play them.
Annihilation. Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
To my understanding, I think Strange Journey is like a DS or 3DS game, like a handheld game. We're still trapped.
Hurrah.
Flying vegetation detected up ahead.
Should we make it fly again?
Be my
Hey,
guest.
good. I'll take it from here.
Right, buddy? I don't know what making you see me is gonna do, but whatever.
I'll take it through.
I'll take it.
Oh, they're both PS2. Okay.
Look at the size of that mushroom. I've never seen one
So
big.
PCSX2 would be my best bet for those games.
For that mushroom.
Good.
That's a coin flip. Tales of the Abyss and Destiny worked well, but I can't get Dirge of Cerberus to run on PCSX2. If I could, that playthrough would be done by now.
I'll take it from here.
So if I do want to play them, we'll see how that goes.
Here they come.
Omega.
Eggman
Well, Strange Journeys DS, but there's a 3DS port.
I'll take it from here.
Oh, isn't it called like Strange Journey Redux? I've heard of a Strange Journey Redux. That might be the 3DS port of it. But I've heard of a Strange Journey Redux existing. Or maybe that's just the game in general. And the port is just a port.
danger. Steep grade ahead.
Oh, they're also on the PS3, or maybe on the PS3 shop?
I'll take it from
And
here.
I still have my PS3, that would be...
Annihilate.
I'll take it from
That would
here.
be, that's an option if they don't run on PCSX2 well. Or if I can't get them to run on PCSX2 for some reason. Because I keep my PS3 for the Tales games that are not
I'll take it
ported.
from here.
Worthless consumer models.
And to play like my Arc the Lad and PS1 discs, like Arc the Lad is the first one that came to mind because it's literally right in front of my desk.
Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
Are enemies in this section? Not in this part.
Good.
Strange Journey Redux is the port. Okay.
Let's go.
This is a bit too much.
Activating balance thermal.
Enemies are kind of catching up in this later section. We're still gonna have to rerun though,
I'll take it from here.
From here.
which is unfortunate.
I'll take it from here.
There's a lot of enemies that just appear when you move close to them. No, I didn't want to
There's
jump.
someone there.
I just want to kill.
Annihilate.
Just annihilate everything.
Level up.
Activation ready.
Thank you.
Kill.
I'll take it from here.
That was the key. That was an enemy.
It looks like those guys are guarding.
Chaos control.
Ah, I shouldn't have done this. I'm gonna have to wait for the frog to,
Only 50
Annihilate.
From here.
I'm gonna have to wait for the frog to grow the rail.
Mysterious ivy. Let's grind on it.
Yeah, if only the frog would, like, unfreeze from time. Yeah, there we go. Bum, 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 bum. I don't think there are enemies that appear in this. Like, I doubt it. I'd be surprised. Only 50 enemies. That's so bad. Oh, there's that rocket. Which I could not reach, rip.
I'll take it from here.
Alright, well. I didn't need those rings anyway.
There are supposed to be frogs in this jungle that can summon rain. This is a bit too much.
It's a bit too much.
I'll take it. Hurrah! Hurrah!
Man, thank goodness I'm not going for the A ranks because I would be sick of these levels.
Hurrah!
Like, again, they're good, but my word, if I was going for A ranks, I would be sick of them. I'm not really sick of them now, but like I could see myself getting to the point. Because this is like my 6th run of Frog Forest.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate.
Here!
Can I grind on this? I can.
Hurrah! Did you guys hear a croak?
Annihilate. Fire.
I'll take it from
Oh, there's
here.
good, there's save data transfer like the Arc the Lag games? Okay. Well, in that case, I will, I'll consider the, what's it called? The PS3.
I'll take it from here.
If I ever were to look at those games.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here.
Yeah, this level is light on enemies, which is interesting. I mean, it is kind of short, but even then, we only got 50 enemies in our first run. So for this level, you probably have to rerun it. Like, it's literally impossible, or maybe it's... Like, it's possible I missed a few enemies, but I refuse to believe I missed so many, to be honest. Like, I could be looking around better, but, like, I don't think I missed too many, if any.
I'll take it from here.
This level just probably doesn't have any enemies.
Detecting a frog in the vicinity.
There it is.
Doesn't look like we'll be able to move on.
No problem. Let's get moving. I'll take it from here.
Bye. Not sure if I said this, but I prefer DDS Duology to Nocturne. Very good games. Okay.
Detecting a frog.
Well, in that case, those are the next ones. If I hypothetically after 4, those are probably going to be the next ones I do in that case.
I'll take it from good.
Oh no.
Annihilate.
From here. Hurrah!
Annihilate.
Tower.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
There we go.
I'll take it from here. All right.
69. Nice.
Hurrah!
Enemy up here. I doubt it, but why not check? Yeah, I figured there wouldn't be. How awesome would that be though if they like hit an enemy there and then like most players don't even find it?
Naturally.
I thought I made like some kind of groundbreaking discovery.
What an amazing flower.
This flower is engineered like a helicopter.
Where have I heard that before?
Good. Danger. Steep grade ahead.
Let's go.
Only 30 more to go.
Technically my 7th run of Frog Forest because essentially we're doing the level again.
Metal.
I'll eliminate them all.
I'll take it. Hurrah!
This is the
I won't.
ultimate power.
I don't need this frog. Oh wait, yes I do.
Hurrah!
Oh, oh no I don't. That was really close.
Here.
Annihilate. Annihilate. Fire.
I was kind of doing it like the Rose extension. I actually did not expect to be that close to making it.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
Oh, and then there's one up there that opens the cage, right?
Hurrah!
I'll take it from here.
Vegetation detected up ahead.
Should we make it fly again?
You're gonna have to.
Annihilate.
From here. Hurrah!
Wait, I didn't go up here last time, did I? Is there enemies here?
Should we make it fly again?
Okay, no, it's just a different flower.
Largest mushroom
Weird, but
recorded.
okay. It probably just like takes me
We
to
must be heading
a separate
straight
part of
toward
it.
that mushroom. Good.
Wait, this is skipping a lot more of the level than I realized. Where is this taking me?
I'll take it from here. I'll take it from here. Doesn't look like we'll be able
Probably
to
just
move
like
on.
higher up or something? Yeah, it's just higher up. Okay. Oh, we didn't go here last time.
I'll take it from here.
So do this and then we just go down. Oh yeah, look at all this. We missed all these enemies. I forget Frog Forest has like 2 checkpoints for this in case you're like elevated or like on the normal part of it.
I'll take it from here.
Even still, I don't think I would have made it to 100 though. Like that's not enough to make me not need the rerun. I think there were some down here, weren't there? There's a turtle.
Don't fall. I'll take it from here.
I'll take
Annihilate.
it from here.
And then this thing.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate. Fire. And more to defeat to complete mission.
Yeah, now we should be fine because there's gonna be at least 10 coming.
Worthless consumer models.
Where am I?
Hurrah!
This way.
Hurrah!
I'll take it from here. Go. Come on.
I'll take it from here. Hooray!
Bom,
take
bom.
Annihilation.
I'll take it from
I'll take it
here.
from here.
Bum, bum, bum. Frog Forest has give or take around 55 enemies or so. That's insane. That's crazy.
Let's go.
So you have to rerun the level,
Too much.
which I don't like because like that's adding more level runs to the game that already has lots of level runs. I mean, luckily this is all optional and you don't really need to do it, but even still.
Just watch this. I'll take it from here.
Yeah, Team Dark might have the most annoying missions because you have to rerun some of the levels. Like this one. Chaotix is going to be really annoying, but like if you know what you're doing, you
Not
could at least
taking
get
this
it done in like
seriously.
one run. Because I know for a fact that with Chaotix, the hermit crabs and the potato, or I almost said potato chips, because Charmy calls them potato chips, but they're not potato chips. That's the joke. But I know with them, you can't just rerun the level and there'll be new ones. I think there are literally like 20 chips and 20 hermit crabs, etc.
I'm counting on
But like
you
with Dark,
guys.
it's like, oh, just rerun the level, which is more tedious. It's fine though. I said we were gonna get all the emblems, and we're gonna get all the emblems. This is like not enough to make me like, oh, I'm not doing this anymore.
It's a swamp, so be careful.
Let's go up.
Ooh, level up for Rouge.
I'll take it from here.
Let's just hope that the later levels are like more stocked on enemies, and hope that was just a Frog Forest issue.
Robots must be eliminated. Annihilate. Kill. Annihilate. Charge. Annihilate. Charge. Annihilate. Charge. Annihilate. Charge. Annihilate. Charge.
I'll take it from here.
I thought you died. I thought you died. All right. Couldn't really see with the camera messing up. Hello.
I'll take it from here.
Am I gonna divide the Dark VOD? We're at 2 hours right now. We either take another half an hour, another 40 minutes, or another hour. We don't take another hour to do Dark. That's like ridiculous.
Eggman's robots must be eliminated.
It's gonna depend on what it comes to. I can't really say how I divide the VOD until I see how long it takes. I think with Team Sonic, I literally just divided it in half. Like it took an hour and like 40 minutes, so I just divided it into two 52-minute videos.
Annihilate.
Because it's split up that way.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilation.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate.
Only 8 enemies. Just hoping we get some more soon. I mean, we are really early in the level. This is the very beginning.
Let's go. Go.
Oh, 2 of you, huh? Well, Chaos Control here.
Chaos control.
Team Rose might take 30 to 45 minutes, if even that. Yeah, no more than 1 hour Team Rose will take. I would have to like really suck at the game temporarily for them to take any longer than 1 hour. Which is possible because that can happen. You never know. But yeah, ideally they should not take that long. It's gonna be night and day how quick they are.
Black frog again. I'll take it from here.
Bye.
Robot is armor plated. Only I can destroy them.
Hurrah!
At 13, this is better than Frog Forest because Lost Jungle is a little longer.
Hurrah!
Frog Forest is just really short and they really didn't have any enemies,
Anytime now.
which is crazy. Like Rail Canyon and Bullet Station, I did have to rerun those, but they at least had like at least 80. Maybe I even missed some, so maybe I had to rerun for like a few. Who knows?
Let's get moving.
And we all know the casino levels were just a nightmare because there are enough enemies, but most of them are in pinball sections, which are very annoying.
I'll take it from here.
I mean, at the end of the day, nothing compares to that. Like, I think Bingo Highway was like the worst experience for these missions. Rerunning the levels isn't too bad. It's just like, it's tedious, but like, it's not that unfun because the game is still fun. I still really love Sonic Heroes. Even breezing through the levels, I'm having a great time. So wait, can I go back here? Will there be enemies in this area? Oh yeah, there's one. One is better than nothing. Egg Fleet and Final Fortress might be odd since they have alternate paths. Oh yeah, definitely.
There he is, again.
Beaten by fruit. How weak they must be.
I'll take it from here. I'll
Annihilate.
take it from here.
I can definitely see Final Fortress being interesting because there are a lot of different
There he
pathways
is,
for that level.
again.
Egg Fleet as well. Alright, good.
I'll take it from here.
There we go.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate.
Give Omega his last level up. There are definitely enemies up here. I know that for a fact. And a level up I don't need.
I'll take it from here.
Rail levels you'll have to return to the beginning.
Just watch this.
But you actually can confirm that the rail levels don't have enough enemies either.
But still, no.
I'll believe it. I mean, at least I got like 80 my first run. I had like 70 or 80 my first run, so it wasn't like I didn't need like 50. I needed like 70 or 80. And again, this is assuming I could have missed like a very few amount of enemies, and maybe it would have been less. I guess that's not too bad though. But Frog Forest, you essentially have to play the level twice. Because you have to get to the end of it to get the amount of enemies you need.
I'll take it from here.
Come on.
The ring dash there.
Looks like this.
I'm going for that one up, even though like I don't need it. Then I'm gonna go back for these enemies. Yeah, make everything destroyed. That's fine by me. Can the camera not be so zoomed in? At this level, we might have to rerun. We should have over 50 enemies by the time we're done with it. That's fine. I'm fine with rerunning the level, and it's like, hey, the very beginning, you'll do it. That's like fine by me. Frog Forest was just like, hey, play the level twice.
Annihilate.
From here.
Flying vegetation detected up ahead.
That should be fine. We're at
I'll take it from here.
42. On the levels have the summoning enemies, so they should be easy no matter the alternate paths. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I can see that, definitely. Especially compared to something like oh, why am I Shadow? Why am I Shadow? I did not mean to be Shadow. I thought that was Omega and I pressed the O button. Also, like we learned though, these respawn if you die, but it keeps the counter. So I am gonna take advantage because we're probably gonna have to rerun the level anyway.
I'll take it from here.
And score does not matter for these levels. It's all about time, and that's like literally it. So sometimes dying is the ideal strategy to like save time, honestly.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilate jar. Annihilate jar. Annihilate jar. Annihilate jar.
And they get us so drifty. I just don't want to like accidentally fall. Oh, they've removed the enemies for the secondary missions? Honestly, that would make sense.
Should we make it fly
Because
again?
it would be too easy if, I mean, maybe not too easy, but it would be convenient. Like, oh, hey, obviously later levels have less enemies or more enemies. So if they always keep it at 100, I honestly wouldn't be shocked if they did that.
Annihilation.
If they weren't gonna do that, then they should just increase the counter.
Annihilation.
But, you know.
Annihilation. 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 Annihilation.
I hate fighting with Omega's, like, no power-ups.
I'll take it from here.
He's just really drifty for a power character. The most drifty one, easily. Anything back here? There's one enemy. Oh, there's multiple.
Everybody will be able to move on.
Oh, that was a shadow moment.
Let's get moving.
It's fine, though. I killed the enemies. That's all that matters.
Danger. Steep grade
Nothing
ahead.
over there.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
And we're
Did
halfway.
you guys hear a crow?
We still have a good... We're at the end of Lost Jungle, but we still have a good bit to go, so we'll have more than Frog Forest. We definitely will have to rerun the level.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
Chaos control.
That other rail might have just brought me to the side, right? I would think.
Level up.
Hurrah!
Yeah, it did. So I don't think there's any more enemies.
Hurrah!
Boom.
Hurrah!
I'll take it from here.
Yeah, Lost Jungle does not have many enemies either. It's more than Frog Forest, but that's really not saying much.
Annihilation.
I'll take it from here!
Because the crocodile section's obviously not going to have any.
Hurrah!
Yeah, there's some here. I remember these appearing. And I know there's some in this, like, final rail section before the crocodile. Or alligator, whatever it is.
I'll take it from here!
Come on. Please land here. This rail is so annoying.
Hurrah!
Hate landing on this rail.
I'll take it from here! Hurrah!
Is this enemy here?
I'll take it from here.
I know there's one down here. Oh, there's two, in fact.
Come on.
I'll take it from here! Hey, are they trying to take us down to the swamp?
Let's go.
Alright, be careful for this. This is the final time we're gonna have to do this, this alligator. Because Rose and Chaotix don't have this section. And I don't think we'll rerun this. We're obviously not gonna rerun this part because there's no enemies here. Come on. There might be some here, though.
Enemies eliminated.
No, there isn't. There's just frogs.
It's a swamp, so be careful.
Oh, puts you back a shadow. Always. That's funny.
Here they come.
Omega!
Omega has no level ups. Weird.
Be eliminated.
I know he had level ups and I died. Because I didn't realize I was Shadow that one time.
Hurrah!
Bye.
I'll take it from here.
Omega, attack them!
Hello.
I'll take it from here!
It's 11 minutes, dude. The counter goes so high for Team Dark here. Up there might have been some enemies, but I have to, like, fly there before the Black Frog.
Let's check somewhere else.
Oh no, this just brings you to the checkpoint. Never mind. I thought that was a secret passage or something, like a secret area that you don't have to go to. These were rings, right? I think it was just rings there. Up there.
Let's go.
Hey, weren't there more enemies here? I thought there were. Whatever.
From here, go.
$69 enemies, you say?
Chaos control.
Now it's about to be 70.
Only 30 more to go.
Level up. Annihilate charge, fire. Annihilate charge, fire. Annihilate charge, fire. Annihilate charge.
It doesn't show your HP pool during chaos control.
Hurrah, there's that black frog again.
Annihilate.
I'll take it from here.
Really? Okay. Wait, did I miss an enemy back there? I thought I saw like bullets shooting at me.
Annihilate, fire.
I'll take it from here.
There.
Let's try.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
Yeah, Lost Jungle's even kind of light on enemies.
Hurrah!
It's up to me.
Doesn't look like we'll be able
This
to
is
move
Shadow, is what I was supposed to do here. I mean, you can make that with Rouge if you don't use Shadow though, so it's like whatever.
Just watch this. I'll take it from here.
Annihilate,
on. I'll take it
level
from here.
up. Danger, steep grade ahead. Do they really think they have a chance?
4, only 16 left.
Natural.
Annihilate.
From here.
There was one back here, I think. I mean, honestly, Chaos Control.
Chaos control.
So we don't really need time for anything.
There he is again.
Beaten by fruits. How weak they must be.
Eaten by
Take it from
fruits.
I'll take it
I
from
don't know
here.
why I don't remember that line. I just always tune it out. Alright, we're getting there.
There he is again.
Annihilate. Annihilate. 10 more to defeat to complete mission.
I'll take it from here.
Hell.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
I'll take it from here. I'll take it from here.
Annihilate.
There's like 2 here, yup.
But still no match.
Fire. Activation ready.
Find Team Dark the most floaty of teams? I think what you mean is you find Omega the floatiest power, because like honestly, speeds and flies don't really like they're not really different in their departments all that much. Like obviously Sonic and Shadow are different from Espio and Amy, but like I don't think you can describe a speed or fly more annoying to control compared to a power, to be honest. I honestly feel like the only major difference is with the powers, to be honest, like how they control. I feel like speed and flies kind of controlled more or less the same, especially flies.
Not bad.
But yeah, I don't like I mostly don't like Omega because it's easier. It's just really easy. Like when you don't have a power up, it's really easy to just like fall somewhere. Honestly, Knuckles is the ideal power character for me. And I do like Vector a good bit, and then Big, like, I like Big is like fine, but I don't like Big's level up, his power up attack, like his final combo move, all that much. Okay, just 4 more levels to go with Team Dark here.
Affirmative.
So hopefully we can get this done. We'll get it done when we get it done. And then I think I will just fit Team Rose in today's stream.